Hello, hello.
Hey everybody, thank you and welcome to another episode of Keeping It Real with Mo, where everything is live, we real, we keep it 100, no shade intended. So tonight, y'all, I got a very special guest, and as I stated before on my podcast, that every week y'all find out something new about me. So, before I introduce her, let me tell you a little bit of something about her background and how we met. So, I met her as a dancer for Daryl Jarvis Studios. Yes, y'all, I took dance, I took tap, jazz, and hip hop. And it was there where I met my next guest. But I'm going to let her finish and tell you the story better than I can. So without further ado, you guys, she is the owner of Dance by Sharan Studios, the founder and owner of Sharan Studios, the founder, director, and CEO at Urban Dance Collab. Y'all give it up for the one and only Miss Sharan Marshall. Woo!
Woo woo. All right, first of all, tell me, can you hear me?
Girl, yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yay. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Mo, for having me.
Girl, this is long overdue.
I
Long
haven't
overdue.
seen you in a while, but you are so dope. So I just want you guys to give her
Oh,
some
thank
snaps and some
you.
claps on the
Thank
other end.
you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You are amazing. I'm so happy that you've invited me today. And I'm looking forward to any and all the questions that you and your viewers have. So I'm ready. So hello, everyone. I'm Sharan Marshall. Like Mo said, we danced together back in Daryl Jarvis a long time ago. We ain't going to tell you our ages.
No, we not. No.
But I am doing what I love, doing what I've been doing since I was 8 years old, and just loving my life. So I'm looking forward to hearing all the questions you guys may have this evening.
All right. So we're going to start it off. Tell us, how did you get started in your background of dance? I knew when I met you, you had a love for it, as a dancer and then a teacher. And then you just elevated all the way up. So give us a background of exactly what, drove you to pursue dance.
I love telling this story because now that you look at me years later, you would never know this. But my mom said as a child, so between 6 and 8 years old, I would make my family sit down and I would just make up dances. And, after so much, they were like, okay, this is enough. This girl needs to go into dance class. And I remember my mom telling my first teacher, who was a black female, which I was so happy to have her as my first teacher, but I had no rhythm. I had the love of dance, I had the love of performance, but my mother and my first teacher really had to work with me on rhythm. And so now, 30 plus years later, I am such a big pickler on musicality and working with my students and making sure they hear all types of instruments in the music and not just dancing to one instrument or one note or 1/8 count. So really exploring music outside of just in the dance room. So that's how I started. I was 8 years old. I loved it. I didn't have any rhythm. I got into dance class and you couldn't tell me nothing. I remember, being grounded and getting in trouble. And it was always, we're going to take dance away. And I would cry and I'd be like, oh my gosh. I fought for it then. I fight for it now. And that's how it all began.
I could not tell that you didn't have rhythm, girl, because you was in class getting it. Like, y'all,
I think
listen. We
that's
gonna
the
tell our age,
adrenaline,
but y'all, back in the day, this one here was the goat. Like, we sitting here can't get the steps, and she like boo 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 boo, like literally dancing circles around us. So I'm like, ma'am, I'm like, hold up, can we stop? She was like, no, I got it. Can we keep going? I'm like, no, 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 we ain't got it back here. You come on back here and show us, Sherelle. Like, no, like literally. But tell us how you got into your professional career. You guys, this is amazing. Like, she's danced professionally. Do I need to tell them the team, or you want to tell them?
You can tell them.
Okay, so I may be wrong, but Cleveland Cavaliers
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
during
Yes, yes, yes.
during the
So
LeBron era.
yeah. So
Yeah.
actually, I was there from so I left Toledo. I knew that I wanted to make dance a career, and I actually tried out for the Laker girls first, and made it all the way to the interview round. Interviewed with the coach, and obviously didn't make it to that top 20. Came back to Toledo, was a little salty, sad. And my aunt, who at the time lived in Beechwood, Ohio, and Cleveland, said they are revamping the Cavaliers, the team, the dancers. You should try out. And I was like, okay. So I came to Cleveland in 1997. I tried out for the team. I made it, and I said, well, what am I going to do? I live in Toledo. So I lived in my aunt's basement in Beechwood, Ohio for 8 months because I couldn't get an apartment until I was 21 here in Cleveland. And there she wrote, I've been here since 1997, and I danced for the Cavs and did choreography for them from 1997 to 2005. I had the pleasure of being on the team with Sean Kemp, people like Sigurdas Ilgauskas, and then later down the year, Boobie Gibson and LeBron James, and some really dope people. And a lot of people don't know that my dad was actually a referee, basketball referee for college and high school back in the day. So that's where my love for basketball came. So I was able to put basketball and dance together, and it was amazing. And being on the Cavs, it opened up a lot of opportunities for other artists. So I got to dance with Sister Sledge. I got to dance with Backstreet Boys. I got to dance with Ray Robinson, and just really, do a lot of cool things in Cleveland, Ohio.
Wow, y'all. That's amazing, amazing, amazing. So tell us where your businesses started from. Like, where did the studio and the teaching and all of that come in? And how do you have time for all of that?
So, the great thing about the Cavs was, not only am I doing what I love, they are paying us pretty good money, but I always found myself in a classroom somewhere, and whether that was teaching or taking class for myself. I met up with some friends who were dancers here in Cleveland, and they all danced with a lady named Dee Hillier. And she's this woman from New York, moved to Cleveland, had her family, but still continued to teach mostly adult dancers, those that are teachers who want to advance their career, and things like that. So I hooked up with this group, the Dee Hillier Dancers, and it got me so many opportunities teaching in so many studios in Northeast Ohio. I've probably taught at 25 colleges, studios, competition teams, all that stuff, just being a part of this Dee Hillier group. And so as I started teaching, I just believe that everyone has a God-given talent, and I think mine was teaching. Yes, I still love to dance. Yes, I still love to perform, but deep down in my soul, I thought that was my calling. And so as I started teaching at these other studios, I enjoyed it. And as time went on, I found that there weren't a lot of black and brown babies like me in class. And so that's what prompted me to open up my own studio, because I thought I've learned from all these people. Are black and brown babies not coming because they don't see other people like them? or is it because they can't afford it? And so I started Dance by Sharan LLC, and that was just me going from pop up to pop up to pop up and just teaching whoever would come. And that's what prompted 2019, the pandemic. I bought some stuff off of Amazon and I started teaching in my living room, and people were paying and taking classes online. And then I thought the pandemic was going to be over, and I said, shit, I have all these lights. I've got all these sounds equipment. I'm going to see about opening the studio. And so that's what happened. 2019, I opened up Sharan Studios, which is a standing studio in Shaker Heights, Ohio.
That is amazing. Like, you were busier than me, and you're a mom too. So it's like, how do you find the time? Because you're a boy mom, 3 amazing boys. I love Christian. Like his, his swag and personality. That's a mini you right there. Like,
It is.
your TikToks, I'm like, this kid is amazing. He gonna be the next little Michael Jackson. For
He
real, like,
is. He
I
already
just
bossing
like,
me around.
that is you. Like, literally, that is you. And like, I don't know, like, you guys, if you don't know Sharan, you probably know her dad. He's a dentist, Dr. Ward Marshall. Shout out to him. But as far as dance influentials, if you had, who would you say is your most influential person when it comes to dance?
I proudly say this now. I remember people telling me, if you say this one more time, we're going to just stop talking to you. And my all-time superstar, one day I hope will be my mentor, someone who I look up to, who doesn't even know I look up to, is Debbie Allen.
Oh, wow.
I adore the fact that she's authentic. I adore the fact that she's multifaceted in that she is an actor, she's a director, she's a dancer, she's a choreographer, she's a producer. And so for me, is putting all those things together to make other people love dance, know about dance, and just live the fruits of movement. And so I just really like to read about her. I like to study her. And I just really like to be that well-rounded, because to me, dance is a gift. I think, whether it be giving hope to someone that has an illness, whether it be giving someone movement who hasn't moved in a while, whether it's telling a story for someone who may be sad, it just offers so much. And I think it's going to be around for a very, very long time. And if I could be a part of that, that just makes me that more happy.
Absolutely. What advice would you give to young girls and boys that are interested in, pursuing dance? I mean, especially young, boys, because they get a lot of oh, that's dances for girls. And, you're this. They get labeled a lot, I notice, if they want to go into the arts and entertainment, and especially with dance. What advice would you give to them, those that are afraid?
So, advice for everyone is to be afraid and to go in afraid and to be open to receiving. Because I feel like even at 47 today, I said I wasn't going to say my age, but even at 47 today, when I get on stage, I'm afraid, because I get the little butterflies. Every time I get ready to go on stage, I gotta go to the bathroom again. And to me, I feel like once I lose that, then I lose that whole love for dance, or that whole realm. And so I say go into it fearful. I say, and then be open to allow people to give you and to gift you and to hug you and to pray over you and to have your back. And I think from there, you still have fear, but you're able to walk on faith, and you're able to try different things, and you're able to know what works for your body and what doesn't. And then for boys, I say, man, don't let nobody tell y'all nothing, because boys are the highlight of any dance studio, dance company, production, because there aren't a lot of boys. And so when they are, part of a project, it's like, because they bring so much. They bring the masculinity, they bring the feminine, if it calls for in the choreography, they bring the strength, they bring the sexy, they offer so much. So I say, boys, if this is something you want to do, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Go for it, because the sky is the limit. And for girls and boys, just be authentic, be yourself, and then just be able to know how to adjust in every avenue that you're put in.
Absolutely. One last question. What have been some of your greatest challenges in the world of dance, and what have been some of your biggest high moments?
Wow. You talked about Christian a little bit ago, and so I'm going to speak on one of my lows, in that dance is my happy place. Anytime I'm going through something, if I just put myself in the classroom or just sit and listen to music and choreograph, that is my happy place. And my youngest son came along in 2013, and he was very, very ill, and I had to walk away from dance for a little bit. Not so much that I just stopped doing it, but I had to take care of my child. And a lot of times I couldn't be in dance where I wanted to be. But even though that was one of my lowest moments, it created some of my highest moments, in that I had to rebrand myself. Because I was walking around taking care of a sick baby. I wasn't getting dressed half of the time. If a nurse didn't show up, I was up all night taking care of him. And out of that came a lot of brands. I came out with Salacious Stilettos, and that was a brand that really talked to women who our moms, or who are entrepreneurs and who constantly work all the time. And it's just a reminder that we are sexy. We are women. We offer so much to the world. And so I was able to bring that brand, and it took off, and it's one of my top brands that I have. And it just allowed me to be creative. And so my low is going through that, but my high is, wow, this blessing that I have, and this smile that looks at me. And oftentimes I thought he wouldn't make it. And so now I'm just, now I just live for every moment and every day. And the high is just, being high off of dance. And I love it.
That's amazing. Like, listen, I'm gonna need for you to choreograph get together a Daryl Jarvis reunion. I don't know if these
Yes.
bones can do
Yes.
that. Like, left knee might say, yeah, right knee gonna be like, girl, what you trying to do 20 plus years later? It ain't
Right.
happening.
Well, right. So Mo, just a couple of months ago, they did a Cavs reunion. And so they went back from 1977, I think, was one of the smallest, all the way up to now. Girl, we danced for hours for like 2 days. Girl, the knees was not liking it, but it was so much fun. So I would be honored. I would love to do something like that. We would, have to stretch a
Girl,
lot,
stretch,
but
definitely. Definitely. Like, a big shout out to Daryl Jarvis Dance Studio,
yes.
where it all started.
Woohoo!
Wait, Tedro, okay? Tedro.
Yes.
Pedro. Shout out to Miss Brenda, who was my
Yes.
teacher, Miss Cookie, shout out
Oh,
to everybody over there, like that was home. That was home
it
for
was.
me. Like, literally
Oh,
hours and hours of 3 whole classes, getting home at 8:30. And
yes.
it was hard because I was a student athlete, I was in sports and dance. And I big ups to you, for still going on and maintaining, because I look at you and then I look at Jenny and I'm like, these
Mhm.
girls is doing it, because I think Jenny's the owner now, right?
Yes, and I love that full circle. I think about how dope that we were all together and we're dancing, and
Yes.
as the teachers that we had have now gone on. There's somebody we dance with that still takes the name, still, goes by the same mission for the most part. And, even Brenda comes in and teaches every now and Brooke. And and every now and then I go back and teach. And so I love our family there, and I love how we all can go our separate ways, but still come back in some capacity. So that's amazing.
Wow, that's amazing. Next time you're here, you gotta let me know so I can come up to the studio and be like, hey, Miss Brenda, I still got some tap up in me. It may be a little slow. I still got a little shuffle step,
Yes,
little
yes,
something. Listen.
yes.
So tell everyone where you can be found on social media platforms, where they can follow you at, all that.
Awesome. So you guys, I would love for you to follow me. I'm a little extra, so I've got personal. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn as Sharan Marshall. If you want to follow anything that's related to the studio, you could do that on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Sharan Studios. And if you are interested in scholarships involving kids from ages 6 all the way up to 21, you can follow Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn for our nonprofit at Urban Dance Collab.
Wow, you guys, y'all heard it right. She's on every platform. You cannot miss her, okay? Especially tune into the TikToks, because the TikToks is what gives me life, like literally. And I'm sure if I told my 13-year-old that, your mama had a dance background, he'll look at me like, really, whatever, because at that age, they think we're all lame. Like, he still think that I can't whoop him in basketball. I said, boy, on a good day when my knee is feeling good, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you, okay? Don't play with your mama.
They don't understand where they got it from.
Exactly.
Right? They don't understand where they got it from. It's like, you got it from somewhere.
You threw your age out there. I'm going to throw mine out there. Yes, turned 49 in January, but mama still got it. Because, come on now.
That's right.
Don't play me. I will put that brace on in a minute and take him to school.
Yes.
But I absolutely love the bond you have with your boys. I love everything that you're doing. I'm following you. Big ups to your sister that's also, doing her thing out there, and her family. So you guys follow her on every platform. She's Toledo's own Rogers High School, St. Ursula Academy. Boo. Boo. I know I'm going to make some St. Ursula graduates mad, but I really don't care. Because had I not went to mommy, I would have been a Notre Dame Eagle. What? Shout out to all the Eagles out there. Huh? Boo. Yeah, but oh well, it is what it is. But Toledo's own, y'all. Toledo's own 419er in Cleveland. If y'all in Cleveland, go see her, check her out, shout her out. And it's just been an absolute joy and pleasure reconnecting with you. And it's fun to see people out there that you've had a connection with and friendship with and everything, just out here doing your thing. Because I see you, and then I see your bestie Frenchie doing her thing, and we go back to summer camp like we white kids. So it's like, wow, look at all of these amazing women out here doing their amazing Black women out here doing their thing. Like, I would love when you come back to Toledo to do like a dance camp or just do something. Like, let me know, and we can find a spot. Actually, I do have a spot in mind, and I will talk to the owner and the person. But whenever you come back, maybe you could do like a 1-day camp or a clinic or something. And we gonna make that happen. We gonna make that happen. Just let me know, and I'll talk to the person that I have in mind and see what they say. And we gonna make this happen, Toledo. We gonna make it happen. All y'all that's got dance dreams or just want to get back moving and dance, we gonna make this clinic happen. Daytime, place to be determined, and I will let y'all know in the future. But it's gonna happen. But it's been a pleasure, Sharan. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Thank you for having me. You're very welcome. I was like, this long overdue, man. This really long overdue. But thank you for letting the public into your life for the almost 30 minutes that we've been on here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to interview my friend. And you guys, thank you guys for tuning in. If you tune in late, catch the replay. It will be posted later this evening on Facebook. And y'all give it up for Toledo's own 419, Miss Sharan Marshall in Cleveland, doing her thing, y'all. Whoop, 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 whoop. Keep shining, y'all. Keep shining. As I always say, do you, boo, but be the best you that you could possibly be. I love you, girl. And until next week, y'all. New episode next week. I ain't telling y'all the details, but I'll catch y'all next week. Sharan, I love you, girl, from the bottom of my heart. Keep doing it, girl. Whoop, whoop.
All right,
We out, y'all. We out.